Today's category is martinis and Manhattans, and the drink we're going to be making today is a sweet Manhattan. There are many different kinds of Manhattans. There's a perfect Manhattan, dry Manhattan, sweet Manhattan, and the differences in the kinds of Manhattans all comes down to the type of vermouth that is used, okay? So that's just something to keep in mind. Little background information on this drink. No one really knows who came up with the idea to make this drink. There are a couple of theories. One very popular theory was that a man named Dr. Marshall made this drink at what was then called the Manhattan Hotel/Club in New York City in the early 1800s for a socialite called Jenny Jerome. Jenny Jerome is actually, or was actually, the mother of Winston Churchill, right? So that was a very popular belief that held sway for many years. But that story has been debunked by a lot of historians who alleged that Jenny Jerome was actually in England at the time when this drink was supposedly made, that she was in England at the time pregnant with Winston Churchill. So that story is no longer valid. And no one really knows who came up with this drink, but this drink is linked to the Manhattan Hotel/Club. It was linked to that venue for many years, so by default, a lot of people have just now called it a Manhattan, okay? So again, a very classy drink, very popular drink, a drink rich with a lot of flavor, which is basically a combination of either rye or bourbon whiskey, vermouth, and bitters, right? So yeah, so that's it. So the ingredients we're going to use for today's Manhattan, our sweet Manhattan, we're going to be using 2 ounces of bourbon that I'm going to use for mine, 1 ounce of sweet vermouth. We're going to be using these bitters here, Angostura bitters, and the key ingredient is the cherry, right? So a lot of people use either Morello or Luxardo cherries, which have a very nice, rich flavor compared to what you might get, Marciano cherries that you might get in the grocery store by default. I'm going to do mine with a little twist, the way I make my Manhattans. I am going to garnish mine with a cherry, but I am going to use Morello cherry preserves, which is like a paste of the cherry. And I am going to use that as I stir the drink and make the drink, okay? We're also going to use an orange slice. I'm going to take an orange twist, and use that to marinate the glass, okay? And when I say marinate the glass, I'm not just going to marinate the rim of the glass. I'm going to marinate the whole glass, okay? So let's make this drink. So first off, let's start with our garnishes. I'm going to peel off right here, if you can see, a nice twist of an orange. Okay, that's a nice piece right there. And I'm going to take off see this white bit here? I'm going to just take off as much of that as possible. So we have a clean twist. Okay, so I'm pretty happy with that. So now we have a nice twist over there. I'm going to take my cocktail glass, and you can fold it this way so you're not just holding a long strip, and just marinate the inside of the glass. So you get this nice orange citrusy flavor in the glass, okay? And also do the rim, okay? This is the very, very first step that I take to make a Manhattan. Get that nice citrusy flavor in there, okay? Yeah, I like that, see? So we've marinated our glass. Okay, now as with all drinks, as I've said before, we are going to chill. We're making this drink stirred, by the way. So, like I said, it's always good to chill your glasses beforehand. So I'm just going to put some ice in my cocktail glass and put that to the side. Okay. And now we're going to chill up our mixing glass, okay? And if you want some information on why the differences between stirring and mixing, I recommend you check out my dry martini video where I break down those differences for you. And I'll put the link to the dry martini video somewhere in this current video, okay? So like I said, we're going to be using 2 ounces of bourbon here, okay? This is 1, give it a nice spread. And this is 2, okay? Okay, we're going to be using 1 ounce of sweet vermouth. Okay. And just as a nice little tip, once you open a vermouth, it's always advisable to keep it chilled in your refrigerator. So this is a drink that definitely needs to stay refrigerated, okay? Now here's the interesting part. I am going to add in just a nice generous helping of this preservative here, just so it can sit in, okay? These are the Morello cherry preserves, okay? I like that, okay? And we're gonna finish off with 2 dashes of our Angostura bitters. Okay, or just a nice helping. That should be enough right there. I said 2 dashes, but you can use as many as you see fit. After all, you're the one going to be drinking it, so make it to your preference. Okay, so let's stir this drink. Remember, as you stir, don't stir too fast. You want to stir about 30 to 40 times to give the drink a nice chill. The way you determine if this drink has been stirred enough is by doing a taste test. Make the taste to your liking as the drink gets diluted with this mixture. Okay. So I'm just going to stir because I want a nice saturation. This drink has both whiskey and vermouth, 2 alcohol bases. So I want a nice mix. Right? Okay. So I feel pretty good about that. Just gonna taste that. Delicious. Okay, let's strain this into our glass, pour out our ice, put this front and center, like so, and then we strain. Beautiful, beautiful. Okay, that's good. Some nice leftovers in case you want to make some more for your friends. And finally, we garnish with cherries. You can put the cherries in the drink itself, like so, if you want, or you can leave it sitting on the side, like so, right? Whatever tickles your fancy. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is your Manhattan. I'm gonna leave my cherry like so. If you leave it in here, inside the drink, the flavor of the cherry will sit in the drink itself. It's really your choice for how you want to present the garnish, okay? So that, ladies and gentlemen, is your Manhattan. Nice, flavorful drink. There are many different variations. This is a sweet Manhattan. You can have a dry Manhattan, a perfect Manhattan, and we'll make all those other versions in subsequent videos, and I'll put links to those versions in this video as well, okay? I hope you enjoyed this video presentation. Again, please check out my blog at recipiesaroundtheworld.com for other videos and other food recipes from around the world. I'm Ben. I hope you enjoyed this video. Hope you tried this drink, and I will see you around. Cheers.